Next item on this list is 31. For possible action, discussion, deliberation regarding resolution requesting assistance from the Attorney General pursuant to NRS 228.130 regarding the prosecution of State of Nevada versus Richard Marshall and Ben Gulley. Mr. District Attorney.
Yes, this is a process. We've done this a few times where when there's a conflict, and this one's kind of unique for me since, a lot of times it's your prosecuting employees of the DA's office, which I did for many years when I was with the Attorney General's office, but this one is more personal from the standpoint of the work I do as the county counsel, working with both of these people on many different issues regarding personnel and management and things of that nature. I think that creates a interesting problem for me to be impartial in any type of investigation of this matter. So that's why I'm making the recommendation that we submit this with the resolution that's been submitted, which again is required by the statute for this to go to the Attorney General.
Mr. Cozy, is this a good time to talk about maybe a grand jury to look at this as well?
Yeah, it is definitely something that we can do. The problem is that, and that was certainly something that I considered, because I do think this is a perfect thing for a grand jury, but the problem is you need to have a prosecutor to present to the grand jury.
Correct.
So I think it would be important to have this put in place with the Attorney General, and then if a grand jury is then appointed or impaneled by the court, then the Attorney General would then come down and present.
Do you need, how does that get suggested to him? Because I'm not familiar with how it would work through the Attorney General.
Well, the Attorney General doesn't actually impanel the grand jury, but what we could do is work through the courts to have a grand jury set up. And then once the grand jury is set up, then they would then come in and prosecute or present, is the correct terminology. They would then present to the grand jury, and then potentially get an indictment through that method.
So it's very possible we could get a grand jury for this.
Absolutely.
And that would be heard here in Pahrump?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?